the wood, and here we are taking the one category, that is wood. It is consist of the soft tissue and the hard tissue. So on the basis of that, so basically wood, definitely we are talking about wood, nothing but that is secondary xylem part. But in this point of view, we are taking the two main examples. Number one, pycnocyclic wood, and under the pycnocyclic wood example P, pycnocyclic P for the pinus. Another one we are talking about mano, not mono. Okay, it's a mano. So manocyclic wood. And example for the manocyclic wood, again similarly we are talking about the cycles. So what is meaning of pycnocyclic wood and what is meaning of the manocyclic wood? When you talk about the pycnocyclic wood, it means that basically these are the commercial, this wood having the commercial value because it's a good quality of the wood. Why these are the good quality of the wood? Because inside this pycnocyclic wood, strong and hard tissues, they present in high concentration, and the soft tissues, they are present in low concentration. So we are talking about the first condition with respect to pycnocyclic wood, strong and the hard tissue present in high amount. So we are talking about high amount means what? Example, that is we are talking about the xylem. So amount of the xylem basically high. That's why we can say that is strong hard tissue present in high amount, while soft tissue nothing but we are talking about medullary rays. So what is meaning of this medullary rays? These are the one parenchymal tissue. We'll discuss this part in anatomy. So soft tissue nothing but here we are talking about there is medullary rays. So pycnocyclic wood example is pinus. Pinus, it is having the more concentration of the hard tissue and less concentration of the soft tissue. That's why such type of this wood, it had some commercial value. So commercially good, it had some commercial value. Exactly when we are talking about the manocyclic wood, which is present in case of the cycas, reverse scenario, that is hard and the strong tissue means we are talking about that is xylem concentration present in low amount, and the another one that is soft tissue, that is we are talking about medullary rays. So medullary rays tissue present in high amount. So xylem low and medullary rays, they are present in high amount, and that's why what happened, we can say basically these are the soft wood or it is not a commercial wood because concentration of the soft tissue is more. So ultimately we are never used as a commercial. So the next part of the wood, that is pycnocyclic wood, exactly reverse condition present in case of the manocyclic wood. Then okay, done. Chalo. So now we are taking a special condition, life cycle of pinus, because we already discussed this point. Whatever the question coming from the gymnosperm, that question maximally designed from the gymnosperm means pinus part. So next point we are talking about life cycle in case of the pinus. Okay, sound is okay? Okay, chalo. So first point we are talking about gymnospermic plant, that is pinus plant, they are showing diplontic life cycle. They are showing life cycle, that is a diplontic life cycle, and you know very well diplontic pericycle, it is very much common in case of the gymnosperm as well as it is very much common in case of the angiosperm. Diplontic life cycle. Along with diplontic life cycle, we are talking the next point. There is a presence of the sporic meiosis. There is a presence of the spore mother cell, microspore mother cell, megaspore mother cell. They undergo the reductional division, form meiospore. Such condition present in bryo, perido, gymno, and as well as in case of the angio. Next point, whenever we are talking about there is free living existence of gametophytic body, independent existence or free living. So simply we are talking about no free living gametophytic body is present. That is haploid in nature, because we already discussed in case of the bryophyta, gametophytic is dominant. In case of the pteridophyta, sporophytic is dominant, and even in case of the gymnosperm, sporophytic is dominant. So whenever we are talking about the gametophytic body, that gametophytic body, they are not showing free living existence. They are not showing independent existence. Class is going on, please. So when we are talking about the plant, that is pinus plant, they are showing the diplontic life cycle. एक मिनट रुको. So okay, so should we continue? Yeah. So next point, whenever we are talking about the pinus basically they are belongs to coniferous category. Means kind of we are talking about they are conifer. So they are belongs to coniferous category. These are the belongs to coniferous gymnosperm. So we already discussed about what is the meaning of the X current habit. So definitely pinus they are showing the X current habit, right? So in case of the coniferous gymnosperm, or you can say they are showing X current habit of stem. That is cone shape. Lower branches longer in size, top branches shorter in size. So they form a cone shape. That cone shape habit simply it is called as the X current body. Okay, chalo. Now next point, whenever we are talking about this pinus it is example of the monoecious plant. These are the example of monoecious plant. On this same plant, development of the two cones, that is female cone as well as male cone. So we are talking about on the same plant because pinus it is example of the monoecious and there is a presence of the cone. And now cone, first of all we are talking about the male cone, and that male cone also called as microsporangiate. Micro. So first part, that is male cone, also called as the microsporangiate. Another part, female cone or female stobulus, simply it is called as megasporangiate. Micro, and the next one that is megasporangiate. Now when we are talking about the male cone, that is microsporangiate, further they produce microspore mother cell. Similarly, megasporangiate, they produce megaspore mother cell. Microspore and megaspore. Both microspore mother cell and megaspore mother cell undergo the sporic meiosis. So we are talking about both megaspore and the microspore. They undergo the process of meiosis, that meiosis pattern called as simply sporic meiosis. Here also we are talking about there is a presence of sporic meiosis. And after the sporic meiosis, now there is a formation of pollen grains, meiospore, and that meiospore simply we are talking about pollen grain. meiospore, and that meiospore simply, these are also called as the pollen grain, and ploidy level of the pollen grain, haploid in nature. Similarly, here we are talking about there is a production of the meiospore, and meiospore nothing but we are talking about there is a formation of the egg. That is ploidy level, again haploid in nature. Now, when we are talking about the pollen grain, in case of the pinus, it has some characteristic features. It's very unique. So we are talking about what question will be arise on pollen grain. एक second. Okay, chalo. So this part is covered. This part is done, everyone. This part is done. Okay, Pratyusha, chalo. Now we are talking about a very unique question, neat point of view question, which is very important, and maximum question they arise from winged pollen grain, winged seeds. What is meaning of winged seeds? In case of the pinus pollen, there are how many cells are present inside the pollen grain of pinus? So we are talking about some important question with respect to NEET. So NEET. So NEET IMP question. Okay. Should I continue? Okay. Just 1 second. So first of all, we are talking about there's a typical structure, megaspore and the microspore. Just give me a few seconds. Screen is quickly loading. Sound is okay? Sound is okay? Okay. So we are talking about first point with respect to megaspore, and now we compare the another point with microspore. Okay. Megaspore nothing but simply we are talking about there is a formation of the egg. Now what happened? These egg basically haploid in nature. This egg fused with. Please can you go outside and speak, ma'am? मेरी क्लास चल रही है. You are speaking continuously. Okay, okay. चलो. Just wait, okay? Sorry for the disturbance. Actually. Okay, can you hear me now? Sound is okay? Okay, okay. Thank you for your patience, Baba. Okay. So now we are talking about that is megaspore. Megaspore, nothing but we are talking about the egg. Such egg now they fused with the male gamete. After after the fusion process, simply we are talking about the fertilization. And whatever we are talking about the fertilization, this fertilization, there is a formation of the zygote. So what they form? Finally, we form a zygote. After the zygote formation, now slowly, it will be converted into embryo. Further, you know very well, embryo, it is further undergo the further mitotic division and they form a sporophytic body. But in point of view, we are talking about this embryo, it is converted into seed, and that seed, nothing but we are talking about naked seed. I already shared the screen also, Suhas, it's already shared, Baba. Okay. So now there is a formation of the naked seed. What is meaning of the naked seed? Basically, around the seed, fruit wall or seed wall is absent. So we are talking about seed wall or fruit wall is absent. Seed wall or fruit wall, both they are absent. That's why in case of the gymnospermic category, there is a formation of the naked seed. Next condition we are talking about, once there is a formation of the naked seed undergo the germination, and after the germination, now there is a formation of the body. That body simply it is called as the sporophytic body, which is diploid in nature. Okay, future sporophytic body. So now here introducing one concept, there is a presence of the seed, that seed nothing but called as the naked seed. All these are the very few and the simple scenario with respect to process, that process nothing but what we say, there is fertilization process. Now, next point we are talking about, second point, what happened? What is the structure of the pinus pollen grain? Pinus pollen grain. It's very important and again neat favorite part. Now, suppose just we discussed there is a presence of the microspore mother cell. Microspore under mother cell undergo the sporic meiosis and they produce the microspore, right? And that microspore, nothing but we are talking about pollen grain. Okay. So we are talking about that is pinus pollen grain, and definitely pollen grains means we are talking about haploid in nature. I just tell you one thing, pinus pollen grain, basically these are called as the winged pollen grain. It's very unique, okay? These are called as the winged pollen grain. Second point, pinus pollen grain, basically these are the four-celled structure. Four-cell structure. So quickly I'm taking about what is meaning of that winged pollen grain and what is meaning of the four-cell structure, which is very, very unique to pinus pollen grain only. Chalo, should I continue next part? Should I continue? Next batch. Okay. So suppose meiosis ho gaya, everything will be done. Now there is a formation of the pollen grain. This pollen grain, it has the two-walled. This wall, basically we are talking about inner wall, and this inner wall simply it is called as the intine. Intine means what? Inner wall. Now, in case of the pinus pollen grain, there is a presence of the exine layer also. So there is a presence of the exine, and this exine layer, it's give a wings-like appearance. So if you see, these are the outermost structure. That outermost structure simply it is called as the exine layer, and this exine layer, nothing but we are talking about outer wall. So these are the typical structure of winged pollen grain. And why it is obtain a wing-shaped structure? Because pollen grain, in case of the pinus, they obtain the, what we say, that is exine layer, they are showing extension toward the outer side, and due to that extension it is look like a wings, right? So in case of the pinus, there is a presence of the wings pollen grain which is haploid in nature. So two wall are present around the pollen grain. Number one, there is a presence of the exine layer inner wall, intine layer inner wall, exine layer outer wall. Exine, they are showing expansion and they form a wing shaped structure. That's why pollen grain, simply we say these are the wing pollen grain. Now we are talking about what is meaning of the four cell structure. The ploidy level of that pollen grain, definitely these are the haploid in nature, but inside that intine layer there is a presence of the four cell structure like this: one cell, two cell, three, and the four. So quickly we remove this section outside, and now we are talking about what is the meaning of the four cell structure. So simple meaning, pollen grain basically it has total four cells: 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are talking about winged as well as four celled pollen grain. Entire structure having ploidy level, haploid in nature. These are the two cells. जो upper side में है, these are the two cells. This two cell simply it is called as the prothelial cell. This cell it is called as the prothelial cells. And how many cells? These are the two prothelial. Two cells, they are prothelial. Below the protherial cell, now there is a presence of the tube cell. Tube. There is a presence of the tube cell. And this tube cell, further, during the fertilization process, they form pollen tube. What they form? They form a pollen tube. Just remember, tube cell, after the fertilization, means during the fertilization, they form a pollen tube. Next one, when we are talking about the lower cell, ठीक है, हम last के बारे में बात करें, this one cell. This cell simply we are talking about, these are called as the generative cell. Generative. And generative cell, they can form a gamete. What they form? They form a gamete form. So simple, straightforward question. Pinus pollen grain, they are having the wings, they called as the wings pollen grain because they form a wing shaped structure. Another one, these cells, this pollen grain, basically it is a haploid in structure, but they are four cell structure. And what is meaning of the four cell structure? There is a presence of the two prothelial cell, one generative cell, and the another one, that is tube cell. Tube cell further undergo the formation of the pollen tube. Generative cell, they undergo the formation of the gametes, that is we are talking about the male gamete. And two prothelial cell, they form they behave as a nutritive tissue. Okay, so this entire structure simply we are say four-celled structure. Done. So two questions from this point. Two questions. This point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Clear? ठीक है, चलो. Now next point. ये था some information about the pollen grain. Now next point we are talking about some part with respect to female gametophyte. Pinus के बारे में बात करें और you can say that is in case of the gymnosperms. So next point, third point, we are talking about female gametophytic structure. That is haploid in nature. See, we are talking about the gametophytic structure. Means what? They are haploid in structure. Female gametophytic structure, basically they consist of single egg cell. There is a presence of the single egg cell as well as there is a presence of the single VCC cell. And you know very well, VCC cell means what? Ventral canal cell, which is a protective cell. So single egg cell is present, single VCC cell also present, but in this condition, no NCC cells are present. Neck canal cells, they are totally absent. Got it? So whenever we are talking about the female gametophyte, it means that they are completely haploid structure, right? And that gametophyte means it is consist of the egg cell and as well as some protective cell or the some supportive cells. These are including, all these are the including, these are commonly called as the gametophytic structure. Then this part. Okay, chalo. Now another point with respect to endosperm. Normally what happens whenever we are talking about endosperm formation in all gymnosperm, endosperm formation in all gymnosperm, these are the Pratyusha. What is the VCC and the NCC? These are the vegetative and the nutritive tissue. Pratyusha, VCC, NCC, these are the protective tissue. It's a protective. Ventral canal cell, VCC. मैं कब से खड़ी हूँ, मेरे पैर में दर्द हुआ ना, देख लेना आप लोग, जल्दी करो मैम प्लीज। मैम मेरी हाइट नहीं है इतनी, मैम मेरी हाइट नहीं। Okay, so endosperm formation in case of the gymnosperm, these are the before fertilization event. कुठे गेलं? एक मिनिट हा. So gymnosperm, basically these are the before fertilization event. Guys, take a 5 minutes break. There is some network issue in office, so the man who came for the checking. So take a 5 minutes break. Okay. We join. Yeah. Wait. I'll share this some what say long form of the VCC. NCC, that is neck cell, neck canal cell. NCC. Then VCC, that is ventral canal cell. VCC, and please remember both NCC and VCC present, means such type of the cells present in bryophyta. Again, it is present in pteridophyta and as well as it is present in case of the gymnosperm. It's very much common because it's all these are the protective cells. Okay. See, VCC is present in case of the bryophyta, pteridophyta, but in case of the gymnosperm, only VCC present, no NCC. So within 5 minutes, we again join. So please have some patience. You can take 5 minutes break. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Sound is okay? Okay. चलो. Problem solved. एक little start share screen. नहीं चल रहा है. बच्चे बोल रहे हैं आवाज आ रही है. हाँ. मेरा चल रहा है उनका नहीं चल रहा. फातिमा का क्या हुआ? एक प्रॉब्लम. Every day during the class something is happening. Hello students, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Sorry for the disturbance because there is some network issue. So we in today's class, we are not taking class continue. कल टेस्ट है ब्रायोफाइटा, so good luck for the exam. Read question carefully, okay? I don't want to waste your time. So meanwhile, what we do, I'll take some extra classes within the any week after with concern you. Then we'll see. Okay, chalo, yeah. Okay. Bye bye. Yeah, thank you.